Ever wonder why personal conflicts seem so hard to resolve? Well, let's unravel this conundrum together. Personal conflicts, they're as inevitable as the rising sun. Everyone faces them, from the quietest introvert to the most gregarious extrovert. They're like puzzles, complex, intricate, and sometimes downright baffling. But here's the kicker, they don't have to be. Imagine having a toolbox, an arsenal of strategies to navigate these murky waters with grace and ease. That's where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism comes in. It's not just about enduring pain or hardship with a stiff upper lip. Stoicism equips us with practical tools for managing these conflicts, turning them into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. So are you ready for a mind-altering journey? Brace yourself as we delve into the 7 Stoic principles and how they can be applied to personal conflicts. First off, let's tackle the principle of control. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control our own actions and reactions. We can't dictate others' actions or how they respond to us. It's like trying to steer a ship in a stormy sea. You can control the wheel, but not the waves or the wind. Now think about this in terms of personal conflicts. Imagine how much stress and tension you could eliminate if you truly grasped this principle. You can't control if someone is rude to you, but you can control how you react. You can't control if a colleague disagrees with your idea, but you can control how you handle the disagreement. Applying this principle to our conflicts can lead to less stress and more resolution. It's about focusing your energy where it matters most, on your actions, your reactions, and your mindset. Remember, control what you can and let go of what you can't. Next up, we have the principle of acceptance. It's like this, folks. Life throws curveballs. Sometimes they're fast, furious, and unexpected. It's just how the game is played. But here's where the power of acceptance steps onto the field. It's not about wishing the pitch was slower or the ball was smaller. No, sir, it's about seeing the ball for what it is and choosing to swing anyway. Acceptance isn't about resigning yourself to a fate you don't want. It's about acknowledging the reality of the situation, the good, the bad, the ugly, and making your move from there. When you stop resisting what is and start working with it, you've got a game changer, my friends. In the realm of conflict resolution, this principle is a heavy hitter. It allows you to approach the situation with a clear mind, free from the fog of denial or wishful thinking. Acceptance, my friends, is the key to tranquility. Now, let's explore the principle of perspective. This tenet is all about how our view on a situation can dramatically alter our reaction to it. Imagine you're in a heated argument. You're convinced that you're in the right. But what if you paused, took a step back, and tried to see the situation from the other person's viewpoint? Suddenly, you might realize that their stance isn't as outrageous as you initially thought. You may even find common ground, or at least a better understanding of why they feel the way they do. This shift in perspective can diffuse tension and pave the way for resolution. It's like looking at a painting from different angles. Each viewpoint reveals a new aspect, a new understanding. The same goes for conflicts. Shifting your perspective enables you to see beyond your own biases and assumptions, leading to a more comprehensive understanding of the situation. Remember, it's not what happens to you, but how you perceive it that matters. Moving forward, we encounter the principle of the present. This tenet is all about emphasizing the now over the then, the current moment over past remembrances. You see, oftentimes we find ourselves tangled in the thorny thicket of past conflicts, reliving old arguments, rehashing past defeats. But what does that truly accomplish? It only serves to keep us stuck, trapped in a time that no longer exists. Instead, the Stoics advocate for focusing on the present moment, here, now, in this very second. That's where your power lies. That's where you can influence outcomes, make decisions, and resolve conflicts. The past is a ghost. It can haunt, but it can't hurt. The present, on the other hand, is alive and full of potential. By concentrating on the present moment, you're able to approach conflicts with a clear mind, unclouded by past grievances. You can see the situation as it is, not as it was. The present moment, that's where life happens. Next, we come face to face with the principle of detachment. This principle, my friends, is all about creating a little space between yourself and your feelings. It's about not letting your emotions drive the car, especially during conflicts. Think of it like this: emotions are like ocean waves. They can be powerful, overwhelming, and sometimes they can even pull you under. But if you learn to detach, to step back and observe these waves from the shore, you give yourself the chance to respond rather than react. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, it's about acknowledging them, and then choosing to act based on what's rational and constructive, not on what you're feeling in the heat of the moment. This way, you can steer your ship more effectively through the stormy seas of conflict. You become less reactive, more understanding, and ultimately more in control. Detach, to react less and understand more. Now let's delve into the principle of wisdom. This principle, my friends, is all about understanding the difference between what we can change and what we can't. It's about comprehending that there are things within our power and things outside of it. See, wisdom is more than just knowledge. It's the proper application of that knowledge. It's the ability to use what we know to make sound decisions and judgments, especially in difficult situations. When it comes to conflicts, wisdom acts as our guide, helping us discern the best course of action. It's the wisdom that tells us when to hold on and when to let go, when to speak up and when to stay silent. It helps us navigate the stormy seas of personal conflicts, steering us towards peaceful resolutions. Remember, wisdom isn't about knowing everything, it's about knowing what's important. It's about recognizing our limitations and working within them. It's about making peace with what we can't change and focusing on what we can. Wisdom, the ultimate problem solver. Finally, we reach the principle of resilience. Resilience is the springboard that propels us over the hurdles of conflict. It's the ability to take a hit, dust off the dirt, and keep going. Resilience is not just about surviving conflicts, but thriving in spite of them. Imagine resilience as a rubber band. The more you stretch it, the more it can bounce back. Similarly, each conflict, each adversity we face stretches us. It may hurt, it may be uncomfortable, but it expands our capacity to handle future conflicts. Resilience teaches us that it's not about avoiding conflicts or hoping they'll disappear. It's about facing them head-on, learning from them, and coming out stronger on the other side. Each stumble, each fall, is an opportunity for personal growth and better conflict resolution. So when conflict knocks on your door, meet it with resilience. Embrace it as a chance to stretch, to grow, to strengthen your conflict resolution muscles. Remember, resilience turns stumbling blocks into stepping stones. So we've taken a journey through the 7 Stoic principles. We began with the first principle, understanding what you can control. In the face of conflict, remember that the only thing you can truly control is your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. You can't control others or the world around you, but you can control how you respond. Then we moved on to the power of acceptance. Accepting the reality of the situation and the fact that conflict is a part of life can free you from the burden of unrealistic expectations and unnecessary stress. Our third stop was the importance of perspective. How you view a situation can drastically change your response to it. Remember, it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Next, we explored the concept of focusing on the present over the past. Holding on to past conflicts only serves to create more conflict in the present. Let go of what was and focus on what is. The fifth principle was detachment. By learning to detach from our emotional reactions, we can respond to conflict in a more rational and effective way. Our penultimate principle was the virtue of wisdom. By seeking to understand rather than react, we can approach conflict from a place of knowledge and insight. Finally, we discussed the practice of resilience. Life will throw many challenges and conflicts your way, but with resilience, you can bounce back stronger each time. These 7 principles are not just theories or ideas, but practical tools you can apply in your daily life. They can help you navigate personal conflicts with grace and poise, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. But remember, understanding these principles is just the first step. The real magic happens when you put them into practice. It's not always effort, but the rewards are worth it. With these principles in your toolkit, you're well equipped to handle any personal conflicts that come your way. Remember, it's not about the conflict, but how you respond to it that counts.